Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to sew an external zipper on your garment without the use of a seam. What we're going to have is an opening with a facing, and then we're going to attach a zip to that opening. So today I'm using a short zip because my garment has the bottom finished with very fine embroidery, and I will struggle to create the perfect zip if I had a seam going through that fabric. So it lends itself nicely. This length is perfect for my garment. Choose the length which is appropriate for your project. So what I like to do before I start is prepare the edge of my zip. You can see the zigzag edge. What I tend to do is I fold it in, so when I finish sewing the zip, the edges are smooth and we don't have the raw edges. And I simply put this with bond webbing and press it with a hot iron. And once that's done, this is what it looks like. It's finished, over and done with. Some people do fold in after while they're sewing, but I tend to do mine before I start sewing. I've gotten it out of the way. So the next thing you do is identify the midpoint of your garment, and you also require a strip of fabric for the facing. Mark the middle of your fabric and take it to your overlocker and just finish off the edges. If you don't have an overlocker, you can simply hem it. Once you've done that, take the strip of fabric and place it on the right side of your garment. So this is the right side of my garment. So we're going to be having right side of the strip of the fabric facing the right side of my garment. Place the two lines together, that is the midpoint of your strip and the midpoint of your garment need to be aligned. Once that's done, pin them together for a perfect, if you notice, it's perfect. And then you need to mark on your strip where you want your zip to end. Once that's done, I would suggest you mark, for visibility's sake, the midpoint of your strip. If you feel your creases are strong enough, you don't need to mark it, but personally I like to mark it so there is no question as to where my midpoint is. And the next thing you do, on either side of your center point, you mark 1/2 inch. Once you have marked 1/2 inch, you draw a straight line from the top to the bottom of your line. Remember, the bottom of your line is where your zip is going to end. So mark 1/2 inch on your left hand side and 1/2 inch on your right hand side, and take a ruler and draw a straight line to the bottom where your zip is going to end. And you'll find you have something like this. It's like a very long V. So it starts wide at the top and tapers and gets to the bottom and ends up in a dot. And once you've done that, what you're going to do is sew on those lines. And when you get to the bottom, don't forget to pivot. So you're going to have like a very sharp V at the bottom. Once that's been done, cut in the midpoint of your lines. Be careful that you don't cut your sewn edges. When you get to the very sharp edge at the bottom, cut it really carefully and avoid cutting into your fabric. So this is what it's going to look like on the reverse side, which I'm going to flip and turn it onto the wrong side. Once that's been flipped, this is what it looks like on the outside. Take it to your iron, give it a good press, and now you're ready to attach your zip. So remember, once you've cut, flip and then turn it inside out. So once all that's been done, what you need to do now is pin your zip to your fabric. Now I'm pinning my zip to the outer side of my fabric. I've only flipped it round just so I can get the teeth as close to the edge as possible. But remember, because you're sewing a visible zipper on the outside of your garment, the zip needs to be pinned on the outside of your garment, not on the inside of your garment. Whichever way you decide to pin it is up to you. If you want to pin it from the bottom or if you want to pin it from the top, is completely up to you. But the end result should be that your zipper is on the outside of your garment. So go ahead and do your pinning. This particular stage shouldn't be too difficult for you if you have sewn a zipper before. If you haven't sewn a zipper before, then you might want to get a few practices in before you try this particular project. Now, I'm quite aware that I have gone very fast, and this is because I'm not quite sure what part of this video you would like me to focus on. The little bits which might take a while. So in the comments below, if you feel I have gone a bit too fast and you would like me to do a longer video focusing on certain areas, leave your comments below and I will endeavor to make another video focusing more on the areas you have suggested. So now my pinning is finished. Take it to my sewing machine and voila, it's done. My zip is now sewn on the outside of my fabric. This is very beautiful. It kind of adds a little something to your garment. It's quite daring. Personally, I like, a bit of contrast to my projects, and this creates a very beautiful contrast. The teeth of the zip is gold plated, and that matches the gold embroidery on the fabric as well, so it lends itself really well. If you would like me to run a longer video, please say so in the comments below. If you've gained something from this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my videos, and thank you for watching.